Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Here we go, the British Grand Prix this time out. So this is race 10 of the season, already on race 10. The season's been going by very quickly, I must say. I've been enjoying it, but interestingly, I did have a debate recently about whether this season or last season was better. And for some strange reason, I still feel like last season was better. Maybe if we go back a few races, I would feel differently, but I think possibly just the fact that Max Verstappen is running away with the championship so easily at the moment, or by so many points, that perhaps that's a reason I'm not totally bought in on it just yet. But there's plenty of time for things to change. Plenty of time. Alright, let me just sort out a couple of things on this side. Hope you're all doing well. Would love to hear your predictions as well for the race. They can be as bold as you want. Anybody could win today. It's not raining at the moment at Silverstone, but the grid is really mixed up. It's cloudy out there. We have a 91% cloud cover, so it could rain during the race. It really could rain. And with the dry weather race as well, we're probably looking at a two-stopper race. More than likely, I would say. More than likely. Okay. Now, speaking of the grid, and they're actually just running us through the grid right now as I speak on the TV screen. See if I can get the timing up on my other screen. I have it and it's ready to go. Speaking of the grid, let me put this here for your consideration. We've Lance Stroll starting in 20th place, Schumacher is 19th, Vettel 18th, Magnussen 17th, and Albon in 16th. Then Ocon a little bit off the boil yesterday. He was only in 15th place. Ricciardo, disappointingly, he's in 14th. Tsunoda is in 13th. Bottas out-qualified again by his teammate in 12th place. We have Pierre Gasly in 11th. Latifi in 10th. No, don't adjust your screens, don't adjust your eyes. He really did qualify in 10th place. It was a very good qualifying session from Latifi when you consider his teammate had all the upgrades on the car this weekend and he didn't. So he's coming under a lot of pressure as well at the moment. There are a few things happening in the background with Williams, and this is the time where he needs a good result. Now, I don't think he'll finish in the points today. Just call me crazy. I just have a feeling he won't be able to pull it off. But he's put himself in a good position, and as long as he can keep the car on the track and not do anything crazy, beat your teammate. Number one rule, beat your teammate. Zhou is in 9th, as I said, out qualifying Bottas for the second race in a row, second wet qualifying in a row as well, so he really does like the wet conditions. We have Russell then in 8th place. Russell is going to have quite a challenge if he's going to finish in the top 5 today. He's finished in the top 5 for 9 races so far this season. Today, of course, being the 10th of 2022. So, yeah, he's going to need to, realistically, when you look at the Ferraris and the Red Bulls at the top of the grid, realistically, Russell is going to have to beat his teammate for 5th place, as it stands at the moment. Then in 7th, we have Alonso. 6th is Norris. Norris, very good qualifying, and I'd be hoping you can see we've been picked as our wild card for today's race, possibly as the winner. If it rains, that would be my caveat. He's not going to win if it's in the dry. Hamilton in 5th, Perez 4th, Leclerc in 3rd, Verstappen in 2nd, and Sainz in 1st. I get the impression that Verstappen was a little bit annoyed that he didn't actually win that race. Qualifying, I should say. Getting ahead of ourselves here. Lots of celebs at the race, actually. I'm just looking at the screen now. That's that guy from Homeland. Can't think of the actor's name, unfortunately. Can't think of it. All right. So they're currently on the formation lap at the moment. This is going to be a tough one for them. It's a cold circuit now today. It's definitely a cold circuit. They're talking about the tire strategy as well, so I might as well put that up on my screen just so you can see what the predictions are for a dry race. Assuming people are starting on medium tires, there's a pit window between lap 14 and lap 22 to switch over, and then that would be for medium tires again, I guess. No, it's for the hard tires. Then there is a pit window between lap 32 and 39 to change over to the medium tires again. So a two-stopper is predicted to be the quickest pit strategy today, with a very close second to doing the exact same thing but stopping then at the end for soft tires, and that would just mean prolonging the stints ever so slightly, mostly on the hard tire, which makes a lot of sense. There is a possibility as well to do a one-stopper and go to the end on the hard tires, but that would mean making the medium tire last up to lap 27 even. Look, there are certainly guys on the circuit that can do that. We know this. We know Perez is great on tires, for example. So there are a handful of drivers that can do this. It's all ahead of us, and if we get a few rain showers as well. Right, so can we talk about predictions? So my prediction, I'm going to be very, very boring with my prediction. It is Max Verstappen to win the race again. So there's my prediction. Who would I like to see win the race? Carlos Sainz. Has to be Carlos Sainz. He put it on pole position. Now let's get that result that he needs. Get out of my hand in the way there. Let's get that result that he needs. And then my dark horse. Oh, there's Tom Cruise. No, Tom Cruise is not my dark horse for the race, but it wouldn't surprise me at all to see him jump into a car and do well. In the movie world, of course. In the movie world. So, dark horse is Lando Norris, but as I said, that is only if we get some rain. So let me know your thoughts. Who do you think can win this race? Who are you going for today? Who do you want to win? Who do you think could win? Who's your dark horse? I want to know it all. I want to know it all. You tell me. So we're just waiting now for Lance Stroll to come around before the race can get going. Waiting. I can tell you we have quite a lag here with the live feed by the looks of it. Not too much I can do about that at the moment. So we have the green flag. They're getting ready to go. Off they go. Looks like a slow start there from Sainz. Yeah, he's been beaten by Verstappen on the line for sure. Definitely. So Verstappen is up into the lead. Oh, there's a big crash in the background. Who's that? Is that George Russell? They haven't shown it to us yet, but two cars went flying through the first corner. And one of them, it looked like it was upside down. We have a red flag. Unbelievable. Red flag already. That was a big one. That was a big crash. We need to see a replay of that. We have a red flag, and we have a Max Verstappen leading the race. Yeah, so George Russell is definitely out of the race. His car, well, he's missing his rear left tire. So maybe all the sparks and flames I saw was as a result of the metal going against the ground. That's Yuki Tsunoda, it looks like, was the other car involved in that, and he's missing the front of his car, so the front wing has disappeared. Part of it is actually underneath his car at the moment. Max Verstappen actually started on the soft tires, as you can see there on the screen as well, so that's something for nothing. Hamilton's up into third, so good start for Lewis Hamilton. He's up into third place. Now we have the red flag. We have no replay yet of what's happened. Oh no, is that Latifi? No, it's Albon. It's Albon. Oh, I thought Latifi was gone. Oh my goodness. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Latifi needs to survive for one race. This race only. He needs this. Okay, Alonso's up into 5th place. Leclerc is down into 4th, actually. I know I'm doing this all backwards, all over the place. I'm just trying to figure out what's gone on here. Perez down to 6th, Norris down to 7th. Latifi is up into 8th. He made 2 places. Oh, and this is Ocon. Ocon has damage as well. He's lost his front right tire, and I suspect he's going to have... well, the tire is kind of still there. It's just massively deflated. I suspect he may have front wing damage as well. No, we can't get a shot of that just yet. So no replay of exactly what has happened yet. There's an ambulance there as well. Hoping everybody is okay here. Hoping everybody is okay. I haven't noticed any drivers unaccounted for. So Albon, Zhu. Zhu is the driver I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen his car yet. Russell, I've seen Russell. I've seen Ocon. I've seen Sonoda. Have not seen Zhu yet. So that is the driver I'm concerned about right now. He's the one we haven't seen. There is an ambulance down there. I could have sworn I saw a car going in upside down to that incident, but I can't confirm that. They're not showing us a replay, which is always worrying, because it means that there was a somewhat serious incident, or at least, you know, they consider it serious enough that they want to wait and hear that everybody is okay before they say anything. Yeah, there's George Russell coming back to his car, strangely enough. So he had left his car, gone through the gravel across the barrier, but he's come back to his car now. So this is the end of George Russell's run of top 5 finishes for this season. That was a nice record whilst he had it. It's gone now. Yep, there's Ocon still going around. He might eventually make it into the pit. I feel like he missed the pit entry last time, did he? Or he was just, yeah, well, you wouldn't be going fast with that. It does look like there is a bit of damage to the integrity of the tire there as well. Alright, well, at a time like this, until I see more, I am just going to tip over to YouTube and see if I can put some kind of poll on the video, maybe. No team radios either, actually. No team radio at all, so nothing more I can tell you right now. They just keep showing George Russell's car. Strange. Yeah, looking at some of the comments just on another site, they're saying that the car was upside down and flipping like crazy, and they're talking about the Alfa Romeo of Zhu. They don't know if Zhu is okay or not. Yeah, and obviously they're not going to show us anything until they're fully up to speed as to what's happening. It makes sense, but you know, you can't help but get concerned about things like that. I sometimes rather they show us a replay, unless, you know, obviously there's something they can't show us in the replay. But yeah. There we go. So, very welcome to all our viewers on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch. For those of you watching us on YouTube, I am going to add the usual poll. Who wins today's race? Question mark. It's Verstappen. Sainz. We have to do Sainz because he was on pole position. I feel like we need to do Leclerc as well. And because it only allows 4 options, the 4th option here is going to be other. Leave a comment, please. Obviously, if there is an issue here or somebody has been seriously injured, I'm not trying to belittle it at all. I'm just just trying to keep it going until we know more for sure. Chloe says Lewis for the win. Yeah, Lewis for the win. Look, he's in. He's starting off in third place now. I guess those guys. Yeah. Well, they can change their tires now if they want. Not that it makes much of a difference. Starting on lap number 2. Addy says Norris for the win. Ah, your drives. King Latifi will win after lapping the entire grid 3 times. Well, even if he won, I would take that. But lapping the grid 3 times, that I'd pay to see that. I would pay to see that. Maybe not every single race. Bottas Team Radio. He's just saying he picked up some debris on the car, so there's no official communication from his team yet about what's happening. Yeah, and there's a Leclerc team radio now where he was asking what had happened. There was no information for him. We're seeing as well that the start of the race has been reviewed and there will be no further investigation. Yeah, and obviously we're just all waiting for some good news soon. Okay, so... Oh! Yes, indeed. Okay, well, that is a scary one. Just seen on Reddit a screenshot of the incident from on board Bottas's car, I believe. Yeah, it doesn't look super great. I will see if I can actually put that screenshot up on the screen. I'm sure there's a way to do this. Okay, here is the screenshot for you to see. So obviously you can see, yes, that Russell was involved, and I believe the car that is in the process of being spun over is actually Guan Yu Zhou's car. So we're waiting confirmation as to exactly what happened here. They're showing us replays of the start now, so this is on board with Lewis Hamilton, so we are obviously not going to see anything that's happening behind here. It was a good start from Hamilton, up to third place. Now, Sergio Perez, once again, I'm guessing we won't see any of the action there. It was such a good start from Lewis Hamilton. He jumped up into third place. He had a rocket start. Perez, by comparison, did not have a very good start at all. He got overtaken there by Alonso, on board now with Norris. Okay, all right. Well, that was the screenshot there. I'll take that off for now. I don't think it helps anybody to see that at the moment. We obviously want to know what is going on. Just showing the replay now of Norris. By the way, the clouds are very, very black and grey over the circuit, so I think there could be a bit of rain on the way as well if the race ever does get started again. Ragad says Lewis. I think that's what you said. Lewis for the win. That's your prediction. The famous Russell. Yes. Hi, Tracy. The famous Russell indeed. Well, he's had a good season up to this point. A very good season. Hamilton, yeah. Hamilton can make big progress into that lead that Russell has over him now if he can manage to get this home on the podium. It looks like Ocon has damage to his car. The Alpine mechanics are working away on that one. One Pablo Montoya is in the garage. It looks like he's in there with McLaren. James is going for Hamilton as well. It looks like it's all Hamilton at the moment. I must have a look in on the poll and see what the scores are right now. Well, believe it or believe it not, we have why can't I see more? We have Verstappen leading the poll at the moment on 42%, and 36% for other. So it's tightening up. I think most of the others that have come in are for Hamilton. Of course, we do have the one prediction for King Latifi, or Nicholas, or Goat Latifi, to win the race and to lap everybody 3 times, and that would be quite a sight indeed. I have no updates yet as to what's happening with Guan Yu Zhou or anybody else like that. I've seen another photo from somebody in the crowd, but actually it doesn't show anything at all. Just a lot of marshals running to the scene, but we can't actually see anything from that. So no news as it stands right now. No news at all. Yep, George Russell's first DNF of the year. I'm seeing rumors coming in that Zhu is okay, moving and conscious. I'll let you know once we have definitive confirmation of that, but that is good news if that's true. Yeah, Chloe, you're going for Lewis. Well, you've picked Lewis to win the race. I don't know if you're actually going for him. I'm going to assume you are going for him. And Alfa Romeo's driver is safe. Yeah, very, very good news if that's true. I'm waiting to see some kind of confirmation on the screen. And obviously, they have to show us a replay of what happened as well. We need to see the replay of that if he is okay. Yeah, James is saying the home race is the one for Hamilton to win one this year. I completely agree with you. Very, very difficult though to tell how good or how bad the Mercedes is at the moment, because of course we haven't seen an awful lot of dry weather running just yet, but Hamilton had a great start, so he's in the mix. There's Yuki Tsunoda. He's getting a lot of thumbs up, so I'm going to read really very much in between the lines there and say that they're telling him that Guan Yu Zhou is okay. Of course, I don't know if that's the case. If you want an interesting stat, Mick Schumacher set the fastest first sector of the race before it was red flagged. There you go. Mick Schumacher is on fire these days. Metaphorically, not literally, for once. I don't think he's ever managed to put the Haas car on fire, in fairness to him. That was more a special of Roman Grosjean. It might be too early for that joke so far. I was looking back at some old clips of Formula 1 the other day, and obviously the Roman Grosjean crash from Bahrain comes up very, very often. It was such an epic scene. I don't believe I'm ever going to see anything like that ever again. Like what a scene. To see the driver jump out of the flames like that, it was like something from a movie. It was so unbelievable. As dramatic as it was, we never want to see that. I'm totally on board with you here, Chloe. We want to see the replay of this. By all accounts, it was a very, very dramatic incident. If you're looking at the way this started out with Russell somehow. How did Russell end up over there and getting his car underneath Guan Yu Zhou's car? I'm curious. I really want to see a replay of this now. No indication as to when the race is going to restart either. Latifi, there he is. He's in the garage. He's out of his car. So, with all the drivers out of their cars there, they've obviously no intention of starting in the near term. It seems to happen every time I do this. It seems to happen. Okay, we wait. We wait for updates, we wait for replays, and of course we wait for news on when the race is going to restart. I might have a quick look on Twitter as well to see if there's anything from the official news feeds. So far nothing. So far nothing. I'm just getting screenshots sent to me all the time. Yeah, once again, it's another photo that a fan has taken from the circuit, and I can't see anything. They are maybe I'm blind. I clearly can't see what's going on. Yeah, I am not seeing it. But the claim is that Guan Yu Zhou's car was stuck upside down between the tire barrier and the wall. And I'm definitely not seeing it in that photo, so I cannot confirm that is the case. But we are starting to hear rumors that he's okay. So, as I said, great news if true. No official information from the Formula 1 Twitter feed yet. Autosport, 38 seconds ago, the FIA statement confirms that Albon and Zhou were conscious and will be evaluated in the medical center. Further updates will be given in due course. Okay, very, very good news. And it sounds like that is an official FIA statement is now available, so I'll see if I can track that down. Agreed, James. Yeah, they need to show a replay from every single angle that they have, potentially. It does look like it probably was a very dramatic one, and if it's true, which we hope it's true, that all drivers are okay, no reason not to show it. No reason at all not to show it. Right, let's see if I can track down this FIA statement. No sign of it yet. FIA must have their own Twitter. I'm going to check that out. FIA. As you would imagine, there are a lot of different Twitter feeds that come up when I do that. I am following it. 58 minutes. Yeah, nothing recently that they have posted on Twitter, at least. So we're still in a holding pattern here. Still in a holding pattern. Leclerc just showing her DNF for Spain and Azerbaijan hasn't done him any favors for his championship standings. Now, where else can I look for a little bit of information? I think I'll go back to the Twitterverse. The haven of free speech, as they say. The haven of bullying as well, sometimes, I feel. But that's another story for another day. Alfa Romeo have just tweeted 2 minutes ago, following a crash at the start of the British Grand Prix, Zhou Guanyu is conscious and now at the circuit's medical centre to undergo evaluation. Fantastic news. That is great news. Very, very good news indeed. So we're thrilled to hear that. And with that confirmation, and the fact we're also hearing that Alex Albon is okay. I think I had seen Alex Albon walk away from the car, so I had come to that conclusion myself. But on hearing this news, maybe it is time they showed us a replay. Jord drives, that's good news. It is brilliant news. Brilliant news. We all want to see the dramatic crashes and everything else that happens in Formula 1, but obviously we don't want anybody to be hurt. There's the first shot they've shown us of the Alfa Romeo. So they're showing us the Alfa Romeo now. And judging by the damage to the tire barrier, it does look like it probably did land on top of the tire barrier. There's a big black mark on the fencing as well behind the wire fence. So I wonder, it's deep through the gravel as well. That car, yeah. I knew I saw out of the corner of my eye at the back that there was a car rapidly flying through the air. So he must have gone through there with some speed. Yeah, come on. You gotta show us the replay now. Gotta show us the replay. Okay, this might be it. They might be showing us a replay now. Here's the race start. Let's have a look at Russell's car. Oh! Russell got sandwiched. Oh, wow. Okay, that was really, really dramatic. Really dramatic. So, there was a bit of a sandwich moment. Zhou got tagged. Oh, wow, look, and he got turned upside down, and he went upside down through the gravel, and then the car flipped up into the barrier. Sorry, I was getting excited about that. That was really, really dramatic looking. Yeah, and it just caused a chain reaction. We can see that Albon crashed into the wall on the other side of the track because of that. Here's on board with George Russell. So Russell is here. He has Russell that got tagged by Tsunoda by the looks of it, and as a result, Russell hit Guan Yu Zhou, and yeah, he just went flying into the barrier. Here's on board now with Pierre Gasly. This is going to be a scary angle to see it from. It's Pierre Gasly that caused it. Pierre Gasly is the man who went down the gap that didn't exist. On board with Lance Stroll. Stroll was in last. He made up a place. This is... Oh, yeah. Oh. A lot of debris there. And the Williams goes flying through as well, spinning through the crowded cars. So that must be why some cars such as Ocon must have been collected in the middle of that. We're just looking on board here with Vettel. Vettel, what reaction from Vettel. What a reaction to not hit the Williams. He was hard on the brakes. I'd say he flat spotted those tires. He's on board now with Alex Albon. Alex Albon is did he get hit from behind? He went spinning into the wall there. I didn't see a reason for that to happen. Jord is saying, I'm pretty sure Zhou was brought up in Sheffield. So nice to have a fellow Yorkshire man on the grid. Even better to know he's okay. That's right. I don't know what part of England he grew up in, but I'm pretty certain I heard during the interviews over the weekend that he lived in the UK. So I think you're right. You more than likely know better than me. James says, remember last year when Verstappen tapped, got clipped by Hamilton and crushed. Yeah. I do indeed remember last year. There's another replay now. Sorry, these replays are so dramatic. How could I forget last year's race? Indeed. I think the Formula One community went into meltdown after that. Indeed, from my own side. Oh, Bottas Team Radio. Yeah, I'm just showing a shot of the ambulance, but we didn't see Guan Yu Zhou go in there. They had the blankets up to cover that up, so maybe he had some kind of injuries. Hoping he's okay. Yeah, coming back to Verstappen and Hamilton last year. Look, I had to go into hiding myself following my video last year because it was war. It was war. Verstappen versus Hamilton, and you know, there were a lot of diehard fans that were obviously involved in the back and forth and everything else that was going on, not just on this page, but indeed on all of the Formula One pages and sites and everything else. It was not a nice place to be at all. So I took 2 weeks leave from the channel. Decided to let it blow over. I don't think it ever did blow over. Abu Dhabi certainly didn't help. Certainly didn't help things. Paul says Hamilton. So Paul, you are predicting Hamilton to win this race. Okay. All right, that is a pretty solid prediction as things stand at the moment, I would say. Let me see now if I can find. Can I get back to our YouTube page and see how our poll is going at the moment? It's still 47%. Well, just changed to 46% for Verstappen to win the race. Sainz is on 15%, Leclerc is on 13%, and then other 26%. And as far as I can see, the majority of those other votes are for Lewis Hamilton. So I'm going to give like 20% of that to Lewis Hamilton. But Verstappen, yeah, a lot of people saying Verstappen to win the race. And yeah, maybe it's a Captain Obvious moment, but he has been really good so far this season. So looking at a replay here, Albon is through. Yeah, it's Gasly who's starting to go through the gap between Russell and Zhou, but that gap doesn't really exist. Now, does Russell close the door, or does Gasly just tag Russell, or is it a little bit of both? It looks like, yeah, it's a little bit of both. Guan Yu Zhou closed the door slightly as well. And just the chain reaction as a result of that. I think Vettel did hit the back of the Williams as well, you know. I was saying his reactions were great not to hit the Williams, but it looks like he probably did hit the Williams. In the middle of all the carnage. Yeah, heavily on the brakes there from Vettel. I knew I saw him go heavy on the brakes, but he didn't slow himself down enough. He just tapped the back of Albon's car. And as a result, Albon went into the barrier. Bottas, what happened? Bottas, so far so good. There's Albon hitting the barrier beside him. Play it on a little bit, guys. No, they're not going to do that. They just refuse. They're not going to do it. Disappointing. No word yet on when we're getting restarted here. Love to see some actual racing now after all the excitement of the crashes. Oh wow, on board with Gasly, who kind of caused it. You could argue. Gasly caused that, and it looks very dramatic from on board with him. So once again here they're showing us the onboard with George Russell. And yeah, the gap between himself and Zhou is minuscule. Oh, yeah, they're playing around with the video there. They just rewound as soon as they went forward. Yeah, they're saying to watch Russell's head. Oh yeah, he gets tagged. George Russell, that is, he gets tagged, and he's trying to react to that. But there was not a lot he could do about it, and it was pretty dire. It's very good that they're okay. Tom Cruise looking concerned. He's a good actor, so I don't know if he was really concerned or he was just acting. Thankfully, yes, everybody is okay. Chloe says Gasly deserves a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision. Yeah, yes, maybe. It's so hard to say when you're in the middle of the grid like that. It's truly a racing incident to an extent. I have a tendency here. I would be putting the blame more so on Gasly for going down that impossible route more so than anybody else. But they've investigated and they're saying no further action will be taken. It was dangerous though. It was dangerous, that's for sure. We don't know what kind of injuries Guan Yu Zhou has either. I assume he'll be a little bit shaken up. James says, yeah, he'll be okay, Tom Cruise. Yeah, somebody tell Tom Cruise that he'll be okay. He did, yeah, Tom Cruise. It was a good performance. He certainly looked concerned. He did indeed. There's Verstappen. There's some talk here on Sky Sports about them not starting in the order they came back to the pit lane in. Not sure why they're saying that, unless it's something to do with Ocon. Big question. That's the big question everybody wants to know, Chloe. Who's seen the new Top Gun movie? A lot of people have asked me this. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it. But I expect I will see it in the not too distant future. Some man enjoying a nice ice cream there. What else can you do? But I expect I will see it in the not too distant future. I actually need to do a refresher on the first movie. I know it's on Netflix at the moment, so is it on Netflix? No, it's not on Netflix. It's on Sky, I think. So I am going to watch that at some point as well, and then I'm going to compare both movies and tell you which one I think was better. Controversially, some people are saying to me they think the second one was better than the first one. I don't know. I'm not in a position to judge that at the moment. What other Tom Cruise movies could they remake? Not that this was a remake. Could they do a sequel to? You can't exactly say Mission Impossible since there's like 20 of them at the moment, so that wouldn't really count. I'm very tempted to say, but Tom Cruise doesn't have a lot of good movies. But I know that's not quite the case. He has a lot of action movies, and you either like action or you don't like action. I'm more so a psychological thriller kind of person myself. But a bit of action from time to time is not bad. Chewing gum for the mind. Leave your brain at the door and enjoy. Can't beat it. This is going to sound really, really awful, but the last time I was at the movie theater, the cinema, must have been about 2 weeks ago, and I didn't go to see Top Gun. I went to see Jurassic World, the new Jurassic World. And my goodness, it was not a great movie. It was not a great movie at all. It got better as it went on. It started off really, really cringy, but no, I wouldn't be giving that 2 thumbs up. Maybe 1 thumb up and 1 thumb down. I'd be pretty on the fence about it, I have to say, after seeing that. Now, another replay of the race start. Still no news as to when we are restarting. That's insane. Ugh. They may need to look into the way that gravel trap is set up, because the physics behind that meant that when he got to the end of the gravel trap, and I'm not sure what's at the end of the gravel trap, is it more gravel or a different type of gravel, but it just caused the car to flip up into the air and straight up into the catchment barrier. The catchment barrier, thankfully, doing what it needs to do. The one thing I will say, Chloe, about Jurassic World, if you like dinosaurs, you can't go wrong. I very much enjoy the dinosaur scenes. It's just the scenes with the humans, not so good. Dinosaur scenes, though, 5 stars. Whoa! Wow, what a replay. Oh. Yeah, good point, Jensen Button. He's talking about the halo on the car. It looks like there was no onboard footage from Guan Yu Zhou's car, and maybe there was, but the camera was just broken instantly. It can't be a pleasant experience, though, to be going through the gravel upside down with all the stones. They must have been entering the cockpit going crazy. Oh, I would say severe minor injuries, if that makes any sense whatsoever. A lot of bruising, I would have thought. Maybe 1 or 2 broken bones. I do know Grosjean, coming back to our good friend Roman Grosjean, was hit by a stone on the finger before, and he was pretty adamant that he had broken his finger just because of one stone. So you can only imagine what a whole load of them coming into your cockpit would do at that speed as well. Frightening. And that was the onboard there with Albon, so he would have had a pretty clear view of the car going into the barrier. Pretty clear view. All right. Sainz is back in the car. That's a good sign. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Sainz is back in the car. That's a good sign. We have no update yet, though, when everything is kicking off again. Maybe we'll see if a few more drivers are back in their car, because that's usually a good sign. And I will, I'll go back into the Twitter sphere to see if maybe Autosport have an update that they can give us. They're usually good for an update. 11 minutes ago. FIA and Formula 1 statement. We also confirm that after the red flag, several people attempted to enter the track. These people were immediately removed, and the matter is now being dealt with by local authorities. Well, I tell you what, if that crash wasn't crazy enough, then you have some psychos trying to come onto the track as well. Time and a place, people. Time and a place. This is definitely not the time, whilst you may argue it is the place. That was Esteban Ocon there showing everybody his protein bar. So he's definitely not in the car. I think Sainz just wants to get going. Sainz is going to be haunted by the fact that he lost first place to Verstappen at the start. He's going to want to claim that back. What else are they saying here? TV replays are now being shown. Yes. Yes, we're well aware. We're well aware, and after all the wishing for TV replays, we must have seen the incident now about 1 million times. And I've reached the stage where I would just want to see the race itself. That would be good. That would be good. Maybe there's some other sport I can check in on whilst we're waiting for this to update. By the way, the poll at the moment sits at Verstappen 49%. This is predicted winner. Verstappen 49%, Sainz 14%, Leclerc 17%, and other 20%. And I can't assign the full 20% to Lewis Hamilton, because I know we definitely have a vote for Latifi in there as well. Let me come back through the comments. I think I saw a vote for Norris as well at some point. Hamilton, Lewis. Okay, let's see if there are any new comments. Jord, I don't know if it's Jord or Jord. I'm going to say Jord for the time being. I think Elms had a race earlier today. So what's Elms? Oh, very important. There's a girl bringing a tray of 4 beers back. Very important work. Do not spill them. Halo may have potentially saved Guan Yu Zhou's life. He was upside down for a long time. Well, maybe for 2 seconds in reality, but it was a long time considering the amount of ground that was covered. So the fact the halo would have stopped his head, I'm assuming, from hitting the ground is very, very good news. But the amount of gravel that must have come into contact with his helmet, not so good news. I'd say that would rattle you up a little bit. Elms is European Le Mans Series. Thank you for that, Georg. Thank you for that. I was not aware. And I am to go on to motorsport.com right now to see how that went. Okay, it's all Formula 1 on there right now. WEC, that would be the one. That's the one, isn't it? Sainz must be getting a little bit bored sitting there in the car. Alain de Cadenet, Le Mans podium finisher and broadcaster Alain de Cadenet has died at the age of 76. I had not heard that. Le Mans, Jota, confident. I'm going to take a wild guess that the Le Mans the Le Mans series is ongoing. Jack Aitken races in it. Oh, okay. So that's where he went. Yeah, Jack Aitken was in... he was a Williams test driver, I think. And he was in Formula 2 last year. He was in... Yeah. E.T. Ranger, welcome back to the channel, E.T. Ranger. How are you doing? Yeah, so you're saying on Twitter that Halo saved his life. I must have a perusal through Twitter myself to see if we can find anything interesting on that. I wouldn't be surprised. Halo has been, despite all the controversy, 15:56 the race restarts at. That is in 9 minutes time. Just realizing that not everybody is on British Standard Time, or Irish Standard Time as I will call it from my location. Irish summertime more than likely. Yeah, Halo has been a godsend since it's come true. You know, we've seen so many incidents. Even, you know, I've spoken a lot about the Roman Grosjean incident during this race so far, and you could argue that the Halo certainly saved his life as well, as the car went through the barrier in the way that it did. Otherwise, that was direct contact with the head, you would think. Latest on Formula 1 Twitter. Yeah, so there we go. The reason Russell ran across the gravel was to see if he could help with Guan Yu Zhou. I knew I had seen him run across the gravel and then back to his car, and I had thought that was weird, but he was going to help his Formula 1 colleague. So big kudos there to George Russell. Few questions online as to whether or not they're going to be restarting with the quali positions. I don't think they will restart with the quali positions. I think now I'm hearing that they're not starting with the pit order, but they should be restarting with the positions as they were when the red flag was shown. Oh, okay, there's spectator footage now of the race start, and they're right down in the first corner, so they can see the incident. They see the car. Oh, flipped up. Oh, yeah. Gosh, the dust, debris, and stones all came into the crowd as well. Looks like everybody was okay. And amazingly, and this is going to sound absolutely ridiculous, but it looked a little bit slower in real life than it appeared on the TV screen, which hopefully is good news. There was a guy running up the stairs as well as it was happening with his back turned to the action, so he missed the whole thing. Oh no, he didn't. He ran because he saw the car coming. He was like, I'm getting out of here. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Okay. Let's see. No Premier League today, obviously, because, well, it's off season. I don't think there's any rugby today either. Carlos Sainz might be changing his tires, we're hearing. Quite a few cars might change their tires. What I'm intrigued by here is that Verstappen, Latifi, Magnussen and Vettel, and well, Albon is out now. Magnussen, Vettel, Latifi, Verstappen, they all started the race on soft tyres. Oh, it's an interview with George Russell. I'll see if I can listen into this. Not saying too much, nothing that you wouldn't expect. Just said the incident was horrific. He's saying just because he started off in a bad position because he had a poor qualifying, he got swamped by all of the cars at the start. Yeah, so Russell he ran over to see if everything was okay with Guan Yu Zhou. He couldn't see anything. At least I can't fully hear the interview, but I think that's what he's saying. He couldn't hear anything, so he ran back to his car to see if he could get it started again and bring it back to the pit, but he wasn't able to restart his car. He would have been three-wheeling it if he was going to make it back to the pits. %47% of the vote at the moment for Verstappen. Sainz 16%, Leclerc 16%. Barbara seems to be going for Leclerc. And definitely not going for Max. Okay. Yes. An emoji, a picture can paint it, or can write a book of 1,000 words, or what's the saying? A picture can paint a story of 1,000 words. That's the one, isn't it? That's the one. Yeah, well, you know what? Max Verstappen is in a good position at the moment. He's in a very, very good position at the moment. It hasn't rained at all. It looks like it's a little bit sunny there. I think some of those grey clouds have moved away as well. It's still cloudy, of course, but some of the big grey clouds have disappeared. 400,000 plus people in attendance at the Silverstone Grand Prix, British Grand Prix. A lot of people. That is a lot of people. And it sounds like the planned protest to invade the track has been taken care of, as in they tried to come on during the red flag, and they have been apprehended and taken away by the local police. Somebody wants Christian Horner to marry them. Yeah, okay, that's a weird one. You're just saying we had some rain in the north earlier and it stopped about an hour ago. Okay. I'm guessing you have very similar weather to what we have in Ireland then at the moment, so it's certainly changeable. That's one way to put it. Raining 1 second, sunny the next. You could have 4 seasons in one day. Absolutely could have 4 seasons in one day. Alright. We should be getting pretty close to the race restart. Well, we're restarting in 1 minute, if that was to be believed. And yeah, I'm not seeing too much movement. It's very busy on the pit lane. Max Verstappen is in his car at least, so that's good. Do we have any update on the tires? Did anybody change their tires? So many questions, so little racing done. Yeah, it restarts in 1 minute and 15 seconds, just to give you a time point where I'm at with my stream. I think it's severely delayed. This is virtual safety car on Max Verstappen's steering wheel. Just Leclerc, can't see what tires he's on. They're keeping the tire warmers on for as long as possible. I dare say they'll keep them on until like 5 seconds to go or something like that. Toto Wolff. He actually has a smile on him today. He hasn't had one of those for a while this season. Even though one of his cars is out of the race. Hamilton, though, is in third place. No idea if we're having a standing start or a rolling start, or we're starting behind the safety car. I see no reason to start behind the safety car considering the circuit is dry. Martin Brundle seems to think it'll be a standing start. That will be good news then for Sainz. He'll try to take back his position. Is it good news for Hamilton? Well, Hamilton, can't say his name for some reason. Lewis got away like a rocket on the first start. So if he can do that for the second start, he could take the lead of the race, you know. He could take the lead of the race. At least he could take second place. Yeah, they're milling out onto the circuit at the moment. For some reason, Sainz is being classified in first place, Hamilton in fifth place. Why is that? I thought they would go to the positions when it was the red flag, or are they just restarting with the positions going back a lap, which would be before the race actually started? Hard to know. Hard to know. Yeah, there's Sainz is leading the race. So it seems like they're going back a lap. And we have the updated tyres as well. Latifi has changed from soft to soft. Gasly has changed from medium to soft. And Verstappen has changed from soft to medium. So Verstappen now is on the same strategy as everybody else. Everybody in the top 10 took the opportunity to change their tyres as well. Safety car will enter the pits and it's going to be a standing start. Sainz looks like, in theory, he's the race leader at the moment. You can see on the tracker the cars are just coming around now, so we await their arrival at the start finish. I'm going to remove the red flag. Jord, if that's the case, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. We did see, though, that Mick Schumacher apparently got the fastest first sector, but perhaps they red flagged before that point, and that's just, you know, that's just the timings being the timings. So if yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So that would put us back, as you said, back to the starting positions. And it means our good friend Carlos Sainz has retained the lead of the race. He's regained the lead of the race. It'd be a cruel, cruel blow if Verstappen takes it off him again. We're going to find out very, very soon now. You can see they're still coming around. Just coming to the start-finish straight right now, this very second. Nigel Mansell there. He had some good races at Silverstone in the past as well. Let's see if I can say this name. Amir Harfouk 9 says, "What's up, bro? I appreciate the stream and I want to follow you." Yeah, if you could follow me, that would be fantastic. And you're watching on Twitch. So as I said, we're broadcasting on Twitch, on Facebook, and on good old YouTube as well. So they're all back around now. We're getting ready to get going here. Getting ready. And here's Stroll, I assume. Yeah, last man through. 17th and last place. So that means there are, in theory, only 3 cars out of the race. So it's Russell, Zhou, and Albon are out of the race. Off they go. Off they go. Better start this time for Sainz. He's trying to cut off Verstappen there. Verstappen's going to have this position. Oh, I thought for a second they were going to make contact there. Perez has had a great start. Perez has had a great start. He's up into third place. He's tangling with his own teammate at the moment. Oh, Perez and Leclerc have crashed. They're still going though. They're still going. There was definitely bodywork lost there. It looked like Leclerc almost took the lead for a second. I think that was... Here's Leclerc now. Leclerc on Verstappen. He's got him. No, he doesn't have him. He doesn't have him. Norris trying to get around the outside of Hamilton there as well. Is Norris going to get the move done? We can't see it at the moment. Oh, something else happened there. There's damage on... There's damage on the Red Bull. Which Red Bull was that? Is that Perez or Verstappen that has damage? Oh, I just saw a load of bodywork come flying through the circuit there. Something has come off somebody. I think it's Perez that has the damage, you know. I think it's Perez with the damage. Incident involving Verstappen and Leclerc is noted, causing a collision. So it was Verstappen and Leclerc that crashed. It wasn't Perez and Leclerc. So that could be Leclerc. That could be Verstappen then with the damage. Where is our good friend Latifi? Oh, he's down into 10th. Oh, he's neutral. He is carbon neutral for the day. Not quite carbon neutral somehow. 1 second now. The gap between Sainz and Verstappen. Leclerc 1.7 seconds behind Verstappen. I think Verstappen's in trouble here, you know. That was quite the move from Verstappen where he tried to take the lead of the race from 4th place by diving down the inside. I think his eyes were bigger than his stomach on that one. Perez is in 4th. He's 3.6 seconds behind. We've Norris in 5th, so he got past Hamilton. Hamilton now is he's interested in getting back past Norris, as you would imagine. So a little bit of action further down. Gasly, Alonso, Tsunoda. It's all going on there between them as well at the moment. And Ocon is in that mix as well. So it's a 2 versus 2 as it stands. Lap 4 already. We don't know ourselves now that we have a little bit of racing. We don't know ourselves at all. I await with bated breath to see what is going to happen with Leclerc and Verstappen following that incident. It would be nice to see a replay as well. Just Formula 1 direction. Oh, Latifi has dropped into 11th place. He's out of the points. He's out of the points. He's on the soft tires though. So he will certainly be on a different strategy to all of the medium tire runners. Ocon, Tsunoda, Gasly, and Vettel also on soft tires. 1.3 seconds now, the difference between Sainz and Verstappen. Leclerc, 1.5 seconds further back. Umar asking if you saw Russell leave his car to go and see Zhu. Yes, I did. I noticed earlier on in the race, without actually realizing what was going on, that he had left his car and gone across the gravel and then come back. Apparently he came back to his car to try and get it restarted and back to the pits, but it wasn't going anywhere. And if I heard the interview correctly with Russell, he couldn't see anything when he went over to Zhu's car. So I don't know. Yeah, Latifi more than likely is giving everybody else a chance. In fact, I'm surprised he didn't wait to start for a couple of laps, just so he could catch up everybody, overtake them, catch them up again, and overtake them again. On board here with Hamilton. No, the problem here with him trying to get past Norris is Norris has a very slow Perez just in front. Perez is in the pits. So I want to see a replay again. I thought it was Perez and Leclerc that came together, not Verstappen and Leclerc. Now Hamilton is he has the opportunity now. He has the space to potentially get past Hamilton here. They're changing the front wing on that Red Bull of Perez, so it was Perez that had the damage, but no replays at all. DRS wide open for Hamilton here. Will he get the move done on Norris? Yeah, it looks clean down the inside. He's through. He's up into 4th place. Big cheers from the crowd. But you know, Lando Norris is also British, guys. So support him. Support him as well, you should. But Hamilton, yeah, big hometown, the hometown hero here. People, big fan. Norris looks like he's going to hit back ASAP if he can. Can Hamilton break the gap? Oh, what is the interval at the moment? Yeah, I'm not seeing what the interval is right now. Yeah, Hamilton is pulling away a little bit here, a little bit. I don't think it's fully 1 second yet. All right, we have Sainz in first, Verstappen second, Leclerc third, Hamilton fourth, Norris fifth, Alonso sixth, Gasly seventh, Tsunoda eighth, Ocon ninth, Latifi 10th. He's back in the points. Back in the points. So this is a replay of the second start of the race, or the restart. Now, let me watch Leclerc here. So he's staying out of trouble for the time being. Now he's going to make a dive down the inside here. Okay, it was fairly 50-50, but that was certainly combat with Perez from what I can see. Now here's the onboard with Verstappen. Verstappen and Sainz got so close to each other. Oh, I tell you, I was having flashbacks of last year there for a second between Verstappen and Hamilton, the way that could have gone. He's trying to go around the outside of Sainz. It's not working for him. And no coming together at all with Leclerc. So it's certainly Leclerc and Perez. Yeah, very clear on board with Hamilton. You can see the contact was between Leclerc and Perez. On board now with Perez. You know, yeah, you're going to have to look at how far alongside Perez was Leclerc. I did see a message on the screen, by the way, about that, but it disappeared after half a second. So I'm not sure if they decided to investigate after the race or if they've given out a penalty. I don't believe they've given out a penalty. I don't believe they have. Perez has been forced to pit due to damage on his car. Hamilton has passed Norris for 4th. Sainz leads by 1.3 seconds. No, here we go. No further investigation into the incident between Leclerc and Verstappen. Well, yeah, because you got your drivers wrong. I think that's why. Verstappen fastest sector 1. 0.8 of a second now behind, so he's in DRS range. I think it would be ideal for the race here if Sainz could keep Verstappen behind for as long as possible, because once Verstappen gets a bit of clear air, it could be game over here. It really and truly could be game over. Unbelievably, we've been on air for over an hour and 10 minutes, and we're on lap 8 of the race. It's not a perfect science by any means, but this is Formula One sometimes. Vettel is in last place now. So Vettel last and 17th, Perez 16th, Stroll 15th, Mick Schumacher 14th, Magnussen 13th, Ricciardo 12th, Bottas 11th, Latifi 10th, Ocon 9th, Tsunoda 8th, Gasly 7th, Alonso 6th, Norris 5th, Hamilton 4th, Leclerc 3rd, Verstappen 2nd, and Sainz in 1st place. Leclerc, you need to get on the back of Verstappen here. This is make or break, I'm afraid. He needs to do this. 7/10 of a second, 4/10 of a second now between Sainz and Verstappen. Sainz on the team radio saying that Verstappen is a bit quicker. Fastest lap for Sergio Perez in 16th place. Oh, Verstappen ran wide there. He kicked up a bit of dust. But it's all good. It's all good. He's still running on board now with Verstappen. Let's see if he can close up here on Sainz. It looks like he's getting a little bit closer there. It's such a winding section of corners that. Sainz and Verstappen coming around the corner. See if we can get everything on track with where it's supposed to be. Here's a replay on board with Max Verstappen now, so I'm assuming this is where he ran a little bit wide. Yeah, just touched the gravel and kicked up a little bit of dust as a result of that. Barely touched the gravel. Still in full control of the car. 0.7 of a second now. DRS wide open for Verstappen. He can't get super close here, so he's not getting the move done. It's almost 2 seconds now between Verstappen and Leclerc. Perez sets another fastest lap of the race. He's on fire at the moment. I didn't see which tires he switched onto though. I didn't see. Perez has completely open track in front of him as well if you look here at the tracker. Very, very open right now. Oh, Sainz is off the track. Sainz is off the track. Oh, he ran wide. He's back on the track now, but he's lost first place of the race. He's lost the lead. Mistake from Sainz. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, what can I say about that? What can I say? The pressure, it must have been the pressure from Verstappen that got to him a little bit, but that is not what you need to do when you're leading a race. Let's see a replay here now. What happened? Just ran wide in Beckett's. Got back onto the track pretty fast, but he'd lost enough momentum and his tires were very dirty as a result, so he'll have reduced traction as well. And Verstappen had him there. Look, Verstappen, yeah, he's gone. Thank you very much. See you later. Verstappen leads the race. Now, Leclerc. Is he going to try and get past his teammate here? Leclerc wasn't making any inroads to Verstappen. Hamilton has just set the fastest lap as well. He's nearly 5 seconds behind Leclerc. Leclerc now is 0.7 of a second behind his teammate. I don't know if team orders or whatever come into play here. DRS open for Leclerc. Any other battles on track? Yeah, I was looking at the timing and it disappeared. Yuki Tsunoda just got spun around there. Oh no! It was Gasly and Tsunoda came together. Tsunoda with the move down the inside. And he loses control of the car and he takes out his teammate. Now they're both in the race still, but Gasly now is running in 13th place and Tsunoda is running in 15th. That is not how to overtake your teammate. That is not. I would like to see another replay of it. At the moment, I feel like that was probably Tsunoda's fault. Leclerc has been on the team radio, we're hearing, and he's looking to obviously get past his teammate because he thinks he's faster. I don't know. Is he faster? He's within 0.5 of a second at the moment. He wasn't catching Verstappen, that's for sure. Sainz is 0.6 of a second behind Verstappen as it stands at the moment. So Sainz is has got the hurry up here. His pride must be quite hurt by this. I'm sure he wants to make amends. Oh, there he goes. There's Sainz into the lead of the race. He's overtaken Verstappen. Verstappen has an issue. Oh, he's in the pits. Verstappen's in the pits. He's run over some debris. He's got an issue with his tyres. He's got a puncture. I was wondering why he was going so slow. Leclerc went past him as well just before he came into the pits. So there you go. Sainz versus Leclerc for the race at the moment. Hamilton's up into third place and he has the fastest lap as we've heard. There's Norris, Alonso going through. Verstappen isn't out yet. Here he comes now. And that's Ocon just coming around in the background. Ocon is in trouble, guys. He's only 0.8 of a second ahead of Latifi. Ocon is under pressure from Latifi. Latifi is also under pressure from Bottas, 0.4 of a second. So there's a little bit of a battle happening back there. Little bit of a battle. So on board here, Max Verstappen. He ran wide. So far, so good. He's taking a lot of curb. So I don't know if he got a bit of carbon fiber or if that was because of the curb. He did damage to his tires on the curb. And there are Sainz coming through with DRS. Leclerc lining up the move as well. There's not a big time puncture. It must be some kind of slow puncture or something. But it was enough to slow down Verstappen. He was visibly going slower. I was worried that the engine was gone there for a little bit. And he's into the pits and back out again. I haven't seen what tyre he's come back out on. I don't know if they put him on the hard. Verstappen team radio. Oh, it's the car. It's the car, he's saying. He nearly lost control. He came out on the medium tyres for what it's worth, but he's saying there's an issue with the car. Oh, he's struggling big time. He can hardly keep this car on the track at the moment. Fastest lap for Leclerc. I don't know what has happened to his car. Don't see anything stuck under. 100% broken according to Verstappen. He's going to retire. I think he's going to retire from the race, you know. Now, Ocon isn't catching him, though. In fact, he's gapping Ocon. So he could still score points here if he decides to stay in the race. Just looks... it looks uncomfortable, that car. It looks like a handful. 5.8 seconds now between Fernando Alonso in 5th and Verstappen in 6th. Bodywork damage, not critical. They're telling him to continue. Yeah, Ocon, he's not catching him. He's not catching him. But there's a real train behind Ocon all the way down to the Haas cars. 5-second time penalty for Yuki Tsunoda causing a collision with his teammate. Fairly safe to apportion blame in this case, I think. Leclerc is 0.7 of a second behind his teammate. Verstappen team radio just there was quite a long one. He's saying that he's losing control of the car everywhere. And yeah, the team have just told him he needs to continue. He has bodywork damage. They'll try to rectify the balance of the car when he makes his next pit stop. They're showing an onboard with Verstappen at the moment, so let's see what the handling of the car is looking like at the moment. They're also showing us Leclerc versus Sainz. So this is probably the most fascinating thing I've seen on screen for quite some time. Fastest lap for Lewis Hamilton. He's 4.6 seconds behind Leclerc. Hamilton is in the mix here. He is in the mix, that's for sure. Maybe not necessarily for the race win at the moment, but he's keeping himself in the mix. He's certainly on for a podium. Norris is in fourth as well. Not so helpful graphic on the screen, just telling us that Sainz is in danger of the undercut from Leclerc. Would have thought that was pretty obvious. But then again, maybe not. Maybe not. But as it stands, Sainz is our race leader. Sainz, of course, as you'll see on the ticker at the bottom of the screen, he is our wish for the race win. Okay, Leclerc asking the team what he needs to do, and they have told him to back to him. So they're thinking it through. Now, strategy and Ferrari are not two words that go hand in hand. You don't very regularly hear them in the same sentence unless you're also hearing the word awful, um, messed up, bad. I'm trying not to use swear words. Yeah, we're checking. We're checking. Yeah, they probably have the calculators and the paper out right now, trying to figure this out. I have a suspicion that Ferrari will just say hold station, and it may be the wrong decision or the right decision. More than likely, the wrong decision. If Leclerc truly is faster, then let him off, and you can. Oh, okay. So Sonoda's 5 second time penalty was not for the collision with Gasly. They've decided no further action is required on that. So what did he get the 5 second penalty for? Surely wasn't linked to the crash at the start of the race. No, it couldn't have been because that was Gasly. Oh, I'm terrifically confused about this. 6 tenths of a second now between Sainz and Leclerc. Leclerc team radio again. Okay, they've given a lap time target to Sainz. They haven't told him to let Leclerc through. They've given him a lap time target. Yeah, okay. So what you're saying? 1 tenth between them, and Leclerc has slipstream and DRS. Yeah, and so what I'd read into that is that you let Leclerc through, and then Sainz will do the exact same thing and keep in touch with him. But 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 maybe this is where Ferrari actually need to try something like this. Hamilton is catching them though. 3.5 seconds. He set another fastest lap. Hamilton is coming. Yeah, you're right, Jord. You beat me to it. Yeah. Hamilton is catching them. Leclerc's front wing is an issue according to James. Well, now, was it Leclerc's front wing or was it you're right, it would be Leclerc's front wing because he had the collision with Perez. And we've seen Perez had to pit as a result of that. Yeah, the end plate is missing off Leclerc. Well, whatever they've done, he's apparently going faster than his teammate. Here's Hamilton. He's a coming. He's a coming. Oh, yeah, once Hamilton gets a sniff of the win, I tell you, once he gets a sniff of it, he is all over that. And yet another fastest lap there for Hamilton. Latifi is running in 8th at the moment, and I assume he's got Ocon just in front of him. Missed the team radio there for Sainz. Not sure what they were saying. Right. So Stroll is in 17th place. Gasly 16th. Sonoda is 15th, but he's in the pits at the moment. Yeah. So he's dropped down to last. So that promotes Stroll and Gasly up one position. Vettel then is in 14th place. Ferrari are screwing up here, I think. They need to let... Oh, Leclerc just set fastest lap, and Hamilton has just reset the fastest lap. As much as I want to see Sainz win the race, we need to let Leclerc go to see if he can actually gap Sainz. If he can't, give back the position. But whilst they're squabbling about that, Hamilton is coming, and it's just over 3 seconds now. Slowly but surely, he's on the way, and he keeps chipping away at the fastest lap. It's George Russell. He must be as sick as a dog. Just looking at his teammate being so fast on the track. Latifi is in the pits. He was on the soft tires, of course, so that makes sense. Schumacher's in the pits as well. Off goes Latifi. It looks like he's out ahead of Schumacher. Oh, Vettel has overtaken them. He's in 12th. Yeah, let me get back to my run through. So Tsunoda 17th, Stroll 16th, Gasly 15th, Schumacher 14th, Latifi is 13th, Vettel 12th, Magnussen 11th, Perez 10th. Box, Sainz is boxing. So Sainz is in the pits. Ricardo 9th, Bottas 8th, Ocon 7th, Verstappen 6th, Alonso 5th, Norris 4th, Hamilton 3rd, Leclerc 2nd, not really. Leclerc is in first now, and Sainz first. So that will change around a little bit now because of the pits. Okay, so Leclerc leads the race. You don't see Verstappen in 6th very often, that's for sure. You don't see Verstappen 10 seconds behind Alonso very often either. So it's a day for new things, really, isn't it? But he's really handling an issue with that car. The good news is Ocon is still pretty stable, just over 3 seconds, so it's 3.5 seconds behind him. Magnussen has apparently just overtaken Ricardo. Oh, Ricardo's in the pits. Bottas is in the pits as well. Vettel and Latifi. Oh, Bottas has an issue here. He's out. Bottas is out of the race. Latifi has gotten past Ricardo. So it's Vettel has jumped Latifi during the pits here. Hamilton is up into 2nd place, 2.6 seconds away from the lead. Telling Hamilton on the team radio that Leclerc has some front wing damage. A little bit of deja vu here because, of course, Hamilton chased down and overtook Leclerc last year to win the British Grand Prix. History repeating itself here. They think Leclerc will still hold the lead over Sainz when he pits, based on the current calculations. But of course, as you know, that can change dramatically. Yep, Yin Hao says hammer time. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while. It's been about 10 races, but here we go. Hammer time. There, yeah, there hasn't been a Verstappen crash yet in this race. I don't think. I don't think Verstappen is getting anywhere close to Hamilton this year. Um, just based on the issues that Verstappen has with his car right now. 2.4 seconds now between Leclerc. 2.2 seconds now between Leclerc and Hamilton. Leclerc is not proving himself to be that much faster in clean air here. Clean air Leclerc. He can't do it. Can he do it? So far, no, he can't. Hamilton fastest sector 2 again. So Hamilton just keeps punishing. He keeps punishing Leclerc here. He's closing 2.1 seconds. 2 seconds. He's closing the gap. Hamilton is on for the win. He's on for the win. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. There's something about the British Grand Prix, though, for Hamilton. And the upgrades they've made to the Mercedes as well, clearly working very, very well. Hamilton claimed yesterday during an interview that they were very minor upgrades to the car. I don't know if I believe anything that Hamilton says in relation to the car. We certainly remember the way he used to carry on with his tires. But it is what it is. Indeed, it is. 1.9, 1.7 seconds. DRS range is coming up here. DRS range coming up here for Lewis Hamilton. There's his brother, Hamilton Team Radio. Tires are still strong. Oh, that's the opposite of what he used to say last year when he wanted to go fast on the tires. The exact opposite of what he used to say last year. Really and truly, it's the exact opposite. Okay, so we're now apparently in the pit window, laps 21 to 27 for the medium tires. But as we've just heard, Hamilton thinks his tires are still good, and Leclerc clearly thinks his tires are still good. I wonder if they're going to change Leclerc's front wing when he comes into pit. Yeah, I actually was thinking that as well, James. So you don't see any bouncing or porpoising from the Mercedes at all this weekend. Push, push. They're telling Leclerc to push, push, stating the obvious. It's a world-class strategy from Ferrari. Push, push. Anyway, Ricardo looks like he's pretty close to Magnussen. They're showing us that as well. Verstappen is coming in again. Now, can they make some kind of change to the balance or to the setup of his car? He's going onto the hard tires. I think that's anticipated. They didn't do anything to the Red Bull that I could see there apart from changes tires. Knew he had a look. But that is that. That's one of the Aston Martins. That would be Vettel. Yeah, Vettel versus Verstappen. Here's the big fight. Oh, Vettel's got him. He's got him. He's through. Cold tires though for Verstappen. DRS wide open with Vettel, even though he's ahead. It's going well for him. Let's have a look. Any other? Yeah, Jorda, I had to do a double take on that one. Latifi passed Ocon. He was, but he pitted. He is. No, he is. Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, he's got him again. they were doing a bit of a flip flop there for a little while. Very strong race from Latifi. And it looks like Latifi has gapped Ocon a little bit as well. Very strong race from Latifi. You know who Latifi has next up the road? Verstappen. Verstappen is trying to get temperature into his car here. It's like he's in a formation lap. He's going side to side to side to get the heat into the tires. So clearly the circuit is very cold at the moment. Here's on board now with Vettel. That was a lovely move, just around the outside of Verstappen, and he gets the move done. Now, will he be able to pull away from Verstappen? 1.2 seconds between Leclerc and Hamilton. 9/10 of a second. Here we go. DRS, DRS. Sonoda is being lapped. He is lapped. He's gone. Sonoda disappeared off our timing screens because he's lapped. That's how it goes. Did Leclerc come into the pits? Yeah, he did. Yeah, I thought I saw him. Verstappen's looking weak, according to James. He's not looking strong. I agree. He's 2.8 seconds now behind Vettel, so he's losing Vettel. Yeah, he is looking weak. Indeed. They didn't change the front wing on Leclerc's car. 2.8 seconds. Pretty good stop from Ferrari. Let's have Latifi overtake Verstappen. What's the gap? 1.2 seconds. 1.1 seconds. Latifi is closing on Verstappen. Oh my god. I did not think I was going to be saying that before this weekend. Verstappen is complaining a lot on the radio now. So he's complaining about the tyres. And so who's Hamilton is winning the race, everyone. I completely forgot this. There we go. Look, there's Hamilton back in the lead of the race. It's been a little while. It's been a little while indeed. And Hamilton hasn't pitted yet. Leclerc trying to get temperature into his tyres as well. Leclerc's come out behind Sainz, by the way. So Sainz was going faster than Leclerc. There you go, confirmed. Yeah, tyres still good according to Lewis Hamilton. I'm going to end the poll for race winner. It's fairly skewed looking at the moment, the results, based on everything that we've seen. So who's going to win today's race? We've ended at 27 laps into the race, which is just about on the halfway point, pretty much. Just beyond the halfway point. 44% say Verstappen. Don't think that's going to happen now. 21% say other. The majority of those were for Hamilton. There were one or two for other drivers. 19% say Leclerc and 14% say Sainz. And yeah, interesting. We'll do another poll for driver of the day. I think Hamilton probably is pipping driver of the day as it stands at the moment. Well, Latifi. Latifi gives him a strong competition. Latifi in 9th, 1.1 seconds now behind Verstappen. Will he be able to overtake Verstappen if he gets close enough? I'd pay to see that. I keep saying that. Everything to do with Latifi, I'd pay to see that. Maybe no. I don't need to pay to see it. Verstappen. Oh, Verstappen saying that his front wing and rear wing are both not working now. He doesn't know what happened. I wonder if it's the hard tires just can't get heat into them. This must be a great perspective for Lewis Hamilton to actually see what's happening here. He's he needs to change his tire compound though, so he needs to do either the soft or the hard tires. But it looks like these hard tires are just not working for anyone. So yeah, oh well, I say that, and then Leclerc has just set the fastest lap. Leclerc's in 3rd, behind Sainz. So expect to hear that team radio chatter very, very soon again, where Leclerc says, "I'm faster, I need to come through." He didn't make hay whilst the sun shone, whilst he was leading the race, though. 18 seconds now between Sainz and Hamilton. I think, yeah, that would put Sainz in the lead if Hamilton pitted. Hard one to call this. Hard one to call. It's by no means over. Org Kampung. Sabotage for Hamilton to win. Ah, I don't know. I wouldn't go that far to call it sabotage. I wouldn't go that far. So far, so good. Anyway, for Lewis Hamilton, he's looking very, very strong. If Hamilton can get himself on a set of tires later on that agrees with him, he is 100% in the mix for this race. There's a very high chance he could do something here. Ocon is getting interested in getting past Latifi now. Latifi has lost a little bit of ground to Verstappen. It's 1.9 seconds. Mick Schumacher is ahead of his teammate, 5 tenths ahead of his teammate, 6 tenths behind Ocon. So there's quite a battle happening back there. 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th, and Verstappen not quite in that mix. If Latifi does get overtaken by Ocon, though, I think Ocon will probably chase down Verstappen. He couldn't last time out in the last stint, though. No team orders from Ferrari. They're free to fight. We've just heard it on the team radio. So they couldn't figure out the strategy on that one. That's dangerous. If they take each other out, you may as well just hand the race win over to Hamilton. And by the way, if they do take each other out, that puts Norris in second place and Alonso in third. Perez is coming though. Perez is coming. He is 10 seconds behind Alonso, but he's been fast. I don't think Perez can win the race. He could do a podium if Ferraris take each other out. Don't think he's going to win the race. Ocon went past Latifi. Yeah, actually, you're completely right. If they're fighting each other, they are losing time. Indeed, they are. They are. And Sainz is not cutting that gap to Hamilton at all, by the way. Not cutting the gap at all. Sainz team radio. Okay, they told Sainz that he needs to set 132s, otherwise they're swapping the cars. So no strategy, you're free to fight, but there is a strategy, but there isn't a strategy. Yeah, very, very typical. Yeah, very typical Ferrari strategy. James says, I think if Verstappen gets sixth, I think Alonso will hold him back. I don't think Verstappen is getting anywhere close to Alonso in this race. Call me crazy, but I don't see them. I don't see. I need to have a look at the lap times. I'm going to have a quick look at the lap times and see what they're doing. So Alonso is doing a 133.9, and Verstappen's doing a 134.3, 134.4. Yeah, well, it's four tenths of a second faster from Alonso. Leclerc is losing time here. Yeah, Ferrari need to be decisive here on the call. They are really messing around with their drivers now at this stage. 18.6 seconds between Sainz and Hamilton. So they're ever so slightly losing Hamilton here. Okay, there goes Leclerc. They told Sainz to let him through. So Leclerc is into second place. Now, let's see what you're made out of, Leclerc. As you're taking this race win away from Sainz. Verstappen has very big issues with his car, James. I don't know exactly what's wrong with it, but he's complaining about his rear wing, about his front wing. And when we saw an onboard with him earlier, the car was really struggling for traction as well. So something has happened. I don't know if it was debris. I have a suspicion that he's actually unsettled his car by hitting the curbs too hard. But that may not be the case. It may, in fact, just be some kind of debris or something has hit the car, damaged the car, stuck in the car. I don't know. There's a close-up now of Hamilton's tires. Yeah, they're looking well. They're looking very, very well, those tires. No issues at all with them. 18.6 seconds. Leclerc slightly closing the gap now. 7 tenths ahead of Sainz, 8 tenths. Now, will he be able to pull away from Sainz? That's the big challenge here. That's the big test to see whether or not it was justified to let Leclerc through. And I would argue if he's not pulling away from Sainz, then give him back his position. Yeah, Sainz did say the debris at turn 11. That could well be it. That could well be it. Is Hamilton going through? All the fans cheering. Now, I think it's time we start our driver of the day poll. Hamilton, Sainz, Leclerc. And because they only let me do 4, it has to be other. Even though if I was to put in a 4th, I'd probably put Perez in there. It's been a good recovery run for him. Actually, I'm going to remove Sainz from that list. And I'm going to make it Latifi because I think he deserves a shout out. I thought he was going to get swallowed up in this race, and so far that's not really happening. Mick Schumacher has gotten past him though. Schumacher's in the points. Schumacher needs points in the next 4 races or he's out the door. That's the rumor. Black and white flag for Latifi for track limits. Ah, Nicholas, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hamilton team radio. .8 seconds. So Leclerc slowly catching. Slowly catching here. Oh, Hamilton's in the pits. Oh, there was an issue there. A slight issue. They were a little bit slow. 4.3 seconds. So not the end of the world. He still leads though. He still leads the race. Here comes Leclerc and Sainz. And Norris. No, Norris. Sorry. That was obviously Ricciardo who's just been lapped. Leclerc leads the race. That is, yeah, that's Ricciardo. Yeah. Okay. Team radio to Lewis Hamilton, just telling him that the warm up will be challenging. He's going to lose a few seconds here trying to warm up these tires. A lot of cars have really struggled to get the heat into the tires. Okay. James is saying Leclerc has set the fastest lap. Yeah, I can see he has the fastest lap. So he's been pushing. He's definitely been pushing. Painfully slow there for Mercedes. A bit unlike them. They don't generally make too many mistakes. Both Ferraris are in the 131s, are they? Yeah, Leclerc 131.9. Sainz last time around 132.0. Yeah, almost there. Hamilton 132.2. Norris 133.6. Oh, Norris, you need to get in. You need to pit soon. You're going to lose time. Perez is coming for you. Perez has pitted 3 times. Now I know one of those pits was definitely the red flag, but it's saying, yeah, because yeah, that's right. He had the issue with his wing after the collision, after the restart. Hamilton does have time to get back into this race. I am not going to disagree with you there. There's Norris. He's in the pits. Off he goes. Perez is up into fourth. Leclerc now 1.9 seconds ahead of his teammate. Hamilton 4.2 seconds behind Sainz. 4.0 seconds. So he's closed the door or the gap ever so slightly as I said that. I tell you, it's some race. It is some race. It's all going on here. Now, that's Verstappen and Ocon. Yeah, Ocon is very, very close to Verstappen here, so he might actually have the legs on him this time. He may have the legs on him. We're on board, though, with Ocon. It's time to show us what you're made of here, Ocon. The Red Bull is looking pretty steady there. I don't see any obvious twitching or strange movements across the track. Another fastest lap for Leclerc. 2.4 seconds ahead of his teammate. Leclerc has brought his A game. He's put his money where his mouth is. 3.7 seconds now, Hamilton. So Hamilton is closing the gap again on Sainz. Second place is definitely on for Hamilton. Not sure he'll have enough for the win. 36 laps gone. That means we have 16 laps left. Yeah, it's not impossible for Hamilton. Not impossible by any means. But I think second place looks like a distinct possibility here. No, Ocon still not looking to get the move done here. Jord, good to see the old guard up in the points. You know what? It is. Yeah, you've pointed that out. Look, we have the old guard We've Hamilton in third place. He's the old guard, right? We have Alonso sixth, Vettel seventh, and Schumacher is in 10th. Wrong Schumacher, but you know what I mean. Who else do we need in the old guard? Is there anybody else remaining? Would Ricardo count? Oh, he probably doesn't. No, he definitely doesn't. Perez would count. Yeah, Perez is in fourth. Now, does Ocon have what it takes to get past Verstappen? Oh, he does. He's going for it. There he goes. A big cheer from the crowd as well. They really don't like Verstappen here. They don't like Verstappen. Okay, yeah. Ocon has the move done. Vettel up 11 positions from the start. Schumacher up 9. Ocon up 7. Those are the big movers today. So maybe our driver of the day lies within that grouping. It's Sebastian Vettel's birthday today. Not sure what age he is. 30 something, I guess. 5, 6, 7. 35, maybe, my guess. Daniel Ricciardo's birthday as well on Friday, and Nicholas Latifi's birthday during the week. You can see on the screen now. Happy birthday, Nicholas Latifi. Latifi's running in 12th at the moment. He's obviously just saving a burst until the end of the race. Schumacher, 1.1 seconds behind Verstappen. Next up for Schumacher. Schumacher could really do with those points. I hope to goodness he can get those points. I really, really, really hope he can get those points. That is what I want to see the most here. That's what I want to see the most. There's Hamilton, 2 seconds now behind Sainz. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As strange as it sounds, Jord, Verstappen could very well end up out of the points here. Will Magnussen 3.3 seconds. Will Magnussen be able to catch Verstappen? That's the question. It's 6/10 now between Schumacher and Verstappen. Miguel is going for Perez. Yeah, Perez is doing well. He is running in fourth at the moment. I suspect he needs another pit stop. But I think Perez is going to go onto the soft tires for the end of the race. Ocon DNF. Oh, why do you say that? Oh yeah, there he goes. He's dropping away. He's dropping away. And this is going to move Latifi one step closer to the points again. Latifi needs to get some points. Ocon has a problem. Oh, and he's stopping. Can he get going? He's not going to stop there, surely. That'll be a virtual safety car. At the very least, if he stops there. Oh, he's stopping there. Okay, so are we going for a virtual safety car? Oh, James, you're saying safety car. Spoiler alert, James, you're ahead of me. Yellow flags at the moment, but I know now. I know there's a safety car coming. Thanks for telling me. Please don't tell me who wins the race. It sounds like I'm a good minute behind the live at the moment. Yeah, safety car. Well predicted, James. You should do the lottery as well. And that's Sainz. Yeah, the Sainz in the pits and Hamilton in the pits. Hamilton for the soft tires. Soft tires, Hamilton. Let's see. Sainz soft tires. Yeah, soft tires for Sainz. Sainz still. He could win the race still. Hamilton soft tires, is it? Norris, is that Norris in as well? Oh, Leclerc. You're in trouble, Leclerc. You are in trouble here. Verstappen is up into 8. Of course, because Ocon is out. Perez is on the soft tires. This has worked very well for Perez. This has worked amazingly well for Perez. So Perez will be back out in 4th place. And he doesn't need to worry about his pit stops now. Alonso's got past Norris, but I don't think Alonso pitted. No, Norris is back past again. Alonso's in the pits. Come on, Alonso. Here we go. Oh, brilliant. This is exactly what we need for the final 12 laps of the race. It's on. It's on. Sorry, I missed a comment earlier from ET Ranger. I haven't been paying attention to Perez, but he was at the back of the pack for after an early pit. He's had a good drive. He's had a great drive. He's been the dark horse of this race, slowly but surely. Verstappen's in the pits as well. Vettel is in the pits. Schumacher's in the pits. Oh, I'm hoping all of this, yeah. Soft tires for everyone. Soft tires all around. Norris is still on the hard tires. Vettel is on medium. He must not have had any soft tires left. Magnussen has stayed out on the medium. Oh, don't tell me this will be the reason that Schumacher doesn't get a point. This would be Haas team responsibility if this They've just told Leclerc the good news. Sainz, Hamilton, Perez behind with soft tyres. Woohoo! Oh, I'd say he is thrilled. Hamilton has the pace to overtake Sainz, says James. We're going to find out very, very soon. So we are very soon indeed. Have they cleared that car away? Yeah, it's gone. The car is off the track. I think we're going to be up and running again soon. Norris is on the hard tires as well. So Leclerc and Norris, they are... Oh, Norris is in. Oh, geez, Norris. I think that was a bit of a late call there. I think that was a late call. I can't see this working out very well for Lando Norris now. Norris is going to go into free fall here. Let's see. So far, he's still in fifth. Let's have a look at the tracker. No, Alonso. Here comes Alonso. Alonso might get him. Yeah, Alonso got him. Alonso's up into fifth. Alonso for the win. I tell you. I would tell you. That would be something. Yord, yeah. Where's Latifi? Latifi's in 12th. I think he pitted. Yeah, Latifi did pit. Schumacher now is in 11th. Safety car is not in yet. 11 laps remaining. That should be enough for these soft tires, and the fuel loads will be a little bit lighter as well. Stroll has just come into the pits. Yeah, Latifi's on softs, all right. Alonso for the win. Sainz for the win. This is what we want to see. Sainz for the win. Now, revenge. Revenge, Charles, my friend. Revenge is a dish best served soft. I mean cold. Cold soft tires. Lapped cars may now overtake. So that is car 3 and 22. Oh, it's Ricardo and Tsunoda, I guess. James, you have to go. What a time to go, James. What a time to go. But it is 5 o'clock, so I guess you have to go. You have to go. If I was in your situation now, James, I'd be keeping an eye on the phone to see how the race turns out. Thanks for joining us, though. Thank you for joining us. Good to have you. No confirmation of safety car in just yet. I guess it's for the cars to unlap themselves now is the main reason that the safety car is still out there. Science team radio. Yeah, he's stating the obvious. He says he's going to be a lot faster than Charles, and they have said copy. So no commitment from the Ferrari side on this. Fair is fair. Do come back, James. Do come back. Definitely come back. Oh, there's Tom Cruise again. Fair is fair. What do you call him? Leclerc needs to give the position back to Sainz now. Fair is fair. You know, they did it that way. I've taken the safety car off the screen. It hasn't ended just yet on the one that I'm watching. Not just yet. Getting ready. Get the heat into your tires there, Hamilton. That's a good idea. It seems like there's a big gap between Hamilton and Sainz. Oh no, he's closed it up now. He's closed it up. Here we go. Here we go. Safety car still hasn't come back in yet. Maybe I shouldn't have turned off the safety car. Now getting ready to go again. Hamilton has the fastest lap at the moment. That's 1 point to Hamilton as it stands. As long as somebody else, well, I think with all the soft tires out there and lighter fuel loads, that fastest lap is going to drop dramatically. Oh, it's a long lap around here. Safety car is still out. Still out. Oh, Hamilton has really dropped off there for a second. You're just seeing with Magnussen and Vettel on mediums, there's a chance for Latifi to get into the points. There is indeed, actually, there is. There is. Schumacher's up into 10th. He needs to get past Verstappen. Getting ready to go here. Yeah, they've all bunched up together. Sainz getting concerned now. And it looks like they're racing. They're racing. Yeah, Leclerc has put the foot down. Hamilton slightly cut out there. He wasn't quite anticipating that. Hamilton's under pressure from Perez. Perez is going to try and take him here. Let's see. Nothing so far. Perez is very close. Oh, he's trying around the outside. No, he's just having a look. Inside. Around the outside. Perez, no, he won't get that done. Oh, he's trying around the outside again. Will he get the move done? Oh, there's the Ferraris. They've made contact. Have they made contact? Sainz is in the lead. Perez is ahead of Hamilton and Sainz is ahead of Leclerc. Sainz is winning. Perez is in third. Perez looks very racy here. Leclerc is in big trouble. Leclerc is in trouble on those hard tyres. So here comes Perez, but it's going to allow Sainz to get away here. Sainz is going to get away. Alonso still 5th. Norris 6th. Vettel 7th. Verstappen 8th. Schumacher 9th. Magnussen 10th. Latifi 11th. Magnussen on the medium tyres. Yeah, Hamilton has lost out, but Hamilton is still going to get top 3 here because Leclerc, it's open season on Leclerc, I'm afraid, with those hard tyres. Fastest lap for Sainz. Now, there was a lot of action happening at the same time. So there was Perez, tried around the outside, didn't work. He cut to the inside. That wasn't working. It is working. He's got the inside line just as they come through. Yeah, he got the move done. And then, just as that was happening, here Sainz tries around the outside on his teammate. No, doesn't work. No, I think that was Leclerc trying to get back past his Carlos Sainz, his teammate. Oh, there's Hamilton. Hamilton versus Perez, round 2. Here we go again. No, Hamilton just hasn't gotten the move done yet, but it's Leclerc now is the cork in the bottle here. Leclerc is he's delaying them. Oh, Leclerc has gotten away ever so slightly because of the squabble between Hamilton and Perez. So Hamilton and Perez are taking care of each other back there. Sainz Sainz 2 seconds in the lead now. Fastest sector 1 now for Sainz, so he's looking to set another fastest lap again. Yeah, Hamilton, he knows he's in with a chance here. He's not going to let this go. He's not going to let this go. He's all over Perez. On board with Hamilton. Oh, excitement. What a great race this has been. What a great race this has been. We've had no rain so far to mix it up, but it has been a great race. Verstappen has had issues, of course, with his car. I think that that was a large part of it. But the battle between the Ferraris was intriguing. The resurgence somewhat of Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, Hamilton went wide there. Alonso not getting too close to Hamilton at the moment. James is back. James, you're back just in time. You missed out a fair bit of action, though. Here's Perez now. Perez is going to have a good run here. He'll have a good run on Leclerc. He should have, at least. Leclerc's doing a great job on those hard tyres. Very, very, very impressive, I must say. Very impressive indeed. Yeah, DRS wide open. Perez down the inside. Can he get the move done? Just about. Leclerc ran slightly off the track there. Now Leclerc is going to have the inside line here. Leclerc takes the position back. Ooh, Perez ran over the curb. You can't do that, Perez. Hamilton's got them both. Unbelievable. Hamilton's in second place. He's taken them both. Hamilton has overtaken them both. I can't believe that. They were so interested in each other. Hamilton takes the position. Here's Perez down the inside of Hamilton. Perez fights back. He pushes Hamilton off the track. Hamilton's going to lose the position here to Leclerc. Leclerc is taking Hamilton now. They're side by side at the moment. Leclerc's just ahead. Leclerc's gone past Hamilton. Wow, what amazing action we've just seen here. Here's Alonso. It's all happening. Here's Alonso, and Norris is in the picture now as well. Sainz is probably going to win. Oh, here comes Alonso on Hamilton now. He's going to try the move. No, he won't get it done just there. Hamilton pulled away ever so slightly. So Perez is in second place at the moment. Leclerc is in third. But Leclerc now 7/10 of a second behind Perez. Hamilton 4/10 behind Leclerc. And Alonso 6/10 behind. Norris 5/10 behind. Verstappen 2 seconds behind. Verstappen, let me see. Verstappen has Mick Schumacher in 8th. Schumacher's gotten past Vettel. Perez and Leclerc leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Perez got the advantage. It was Perez got the advantage in that occasion. Let's see a replay of this. Yeah, he crossed the inside. Yeah, okay, it's complicated. He lost a place to Hamilton, but he kept the place against Leclerc. James says Hamilton in 4th. Is it what position? Yeah, he's in 4th now again. He was in 2nd for a while. Mundi says, "Whoa, yeah. If ever one comment encapsulated the end of this race, that is it." Gerard, welcome, and James says, "What is this race? This race is unbelievable. Is what it is. This is unbelievable. What a great race this is." There's a replay again of the Perez move on Hamilton. Now, so is Perez going to be in trouble here? Hamilton versus Leclerc, round 7 coming up. I don't know. I had a funny feeling that Leclerc and Hamilton are going to crash into each other, but they kept it clean last time out. If they do crash, it's Alonso is going to be the big winner. Yeah. Here he goes. Hamilton down the outside. No, won't get the move done. Cut to the inside. Still not close enough. Pretty close, though. Pretty close. He's going to try around the outside again. Yeah, Leclerc won't be having that. Leclerc keeps the position. Good positioning of his car. Sainz is 3.7 seconds ahead of Perez. Sainz is on for the win as it stands at the moment. Oh, Mundi says the driver tracker is gone. It is indeed gone. It should, let's see, it should come back in a second. If it doesn't, I will have to refresh. Let's refresh. Perez and Hamilton. The incident is noted, forcing a driver off the track. Hamilton. Oh, versus Leclerc. Hamilton's going to get it done here. He has the outside line, but he has the momentum. He's got it. He's got it. Hang on. Leclerc's fighting back here. Leclerc has the outside line, so he won't get it. Oh, that's Leclerc. Leclerc's true. How did that happen? They showed us the exact wrong camera angle at that moment in time. Yeah, we need to refresh the driver feed. Hamilton true on Leclerc again, but Leclerc now will try to fight back. I'm sure of it. Oh my goodness, our tracker is completely left us. We're in trouble here. This is what happens every time Formula One gets exciting. The systems all crash. We'll try again. Yeah, we should be back. We're nearly back. 3 laps of this excitement left. Alonso now wants Leclerc. I think that's good enough for Hamilton. That should be good enough for Hamilton. He should be gone. He should be gone. The driver tracker is somewhat back. Somewhat back. Should start moving again in a minute. There's a replay now. The instant. Yeah, it was good clean racing between Leclerc and Hamilton. In fairness to them, I thought there was going to be some kind of a crash. Great racing there from Hamilton. That is really good racing. Really, really good racing. Here's Schumacher trying to move on Verstappen. Oh, they got very close there. Very, very close indeed. Schumacher's got to try again. Oh, good. Our tracker is working again. Great news. Great news indeed. We're on board now with Schumacher. The battle for second and third, 2.6 seconds between Perez and Hamilton. Hamilton then 1.8 seconds back from himself to Leclerc. And Leclerc then has 0.6 of a second back to Alonso. So Alonso may still get Leclerc. Stephen says, come on, Sir Lewis. Now is his time to shine for sure. But I've got to say, I'm intrigued about this battle. I'm intrigued about this battle between Schumacher and Verstappen. Schumacher's very, very close to him here. Verstappen, though, he's stubborn. He's stubborn. He won't be letting him through in a hurry. I hope Schumacher remembers the incident between Hamilton and Verstappen last year, because that's all I can think of when I see an onboard of trying to overtake a Red Bull on this circuit. Oh, I think we're all going to need to go for a lie down after this race. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. 3.2 seconds between Perez and Hamilton. Let's see. 3.3 seconds between Sainz and Perez. Perez. What a drive from Perez. Driver of the day, perhaps. Sainz? Well, Sainz has persisted. Stephen's listening in from Sorrentino in Italy. That's a crazy race. Lovely place to be at this time of year, I would imagine. Yes, and well, the Italians will be very happy to see a Ferrari leading this race, of course. Now, can Schumacher get past Verstappen? He's only just over 2 laps left. Just under 2 laps left, I should say. Just under 2 laps. Hamilton, 2.8 seconds away from Perez. So the top 3 look pretty steady at the moment. Pretty stable right now as it stands. Yeah, James, I don't think Hamilton is going to win. We would need 2 terminal failures from Sainz and Perez respectively. Probably not going to happen. Latifi is he's in 12th. Now, Alonso versus Leclerc. This is the battle for 4th place. Sainz and Perez to take each other out. That's what Hamilton needs. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Schumacher in 8th. So yes, these are the points that Schumacher needs. He has been told, we're hearing, he has 4 races to score points. This would be race number 1 of those 4, I would guess. Be hopefully a weight off his mind, but let's see this improved performance carry itself through the second half of the season as well. That would be really, really good. Oh, Schumacher couldn't get the move done there. He tried it. He tried it. Oh, incredible. This is incredible. Sainz has pulled away 3.7 seconds. Almost 4 seconds. Here he comes now. Sainz. This will be his first ever race win. This is long overdue. Long, long overdue. Here he comes. Sainz wins. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. I'm so happy for this. This was our wish for the race winner today. Oh, Verstappen and Schumacher coming together there. They just avoided contact. Here comes Schumacher now down the inside. Can he get the move done? No, he won't get it done. He won't get it done. Verstappen hangs on. He hangs on to the points. This was fantastic. Carlos Sainz has won the British Grand Prix. Great race for Carlos. Yes, Mundi. Great race for Carlos. Doesn't get better than that, does it? And he got to overtake his teammate. He got really close to his teammate though on that overtake. That was not. That wasn't the cleanest move ever. Yellow flag in sector 1. I have no idea what that's for. I guess that's just the stewards out waving their flags because the race is over. Wow. Okay. Brilliant. Brilliant. That was good. Race winner, Carlos Sainz. Oh, what a great race. Yakumo. Just found me. You'll be back. Well, brilliant to have you on board. Brilliant to have you on board. Yeah, fantastic race. Loved that. I love that. I'm kind of speechless now. Oh, how long until the next race? 2 weeks, I guess. P3 for Hamilton as well. He's back on the podium at his home race. Yord, good race for the old guard. Nice for Sainz to win. Also good for Schumi getting points. Latifi bottles it as usual. Poor Latifi. Yeah, poor Latifi. He only managed 12th in the end, which on any given day isn't a very bad result for a Williams car. But no, he could have gotten some points. Double points finish for the Haas guys, Magnussen and Schumacher. I think Schumacher is going to be secretly very happy with that 8th place. He could have had 7th. Could have had 7th. Stephen says thanks for the commentary. Well, thanks for listening, Stephen. That's all I'll say. I enjoy Sorrentino. That's good. Jealous, ever so slightly jealous. Right. Let me see what I can do. A quick rundown of where we are. Okay, so Gasly comes last. Well, Bottas has been classified, actually, although Bottas was out of the race. Did Gasly finish the race? Anyway, okay, so we have Bottas 17th, Gasly 16th, Ocon 15th, Tsunoda 14th, Ricciardo 13th, Latifi 12th, Stroll 11th, Magnussen 10th, Vettel 9th, Schumacher 8th, Verstappen 7th. Norris, good, solid 6th, Alonso 5th, Leclerc 4th, Hamilton 3rd. He gets the fastest lap as well, by the way. Perez is in 2nd. And Sainz wins the race. That makes me very happy, I have to say. Makes me very, very happy indeed. I'm half wondering if we'll be able to get a look at the driver standings. It's a long shot. Some websites might have it uploaded already. Yes, it's updated. So Max Verstappen leads the way on 181 points. Perez is in 2nd on 147 points. Leclerc third on 138 points. Then we have Sainz in fourth on 127 points. Russell in fifth on 111 points. Hamilton's in sixth now with 93 points. Lando Norris is in seventh on 58 points. Bottas eighth with 46 points. Ocon ninth with 39 points. And then Alonso is in 10th with 28 points. So there you have it. And the team's championship, don't expect any changes on this one, I have to say. Red Bull leading the way, 328 points. Ferrari, 265 points in second. And then Mercedes, 204 points in third. McLaren have 73 points. Alfa Romeo have 51. AlphaTauri have 27. Haas have 20. Aston Martin have 18. And Williams have 3 points. That's where we're at. Very, very exciting. I think this is exactly what the championship needed. Back to the 34-degree heat in the pool. Well, okay, Stephen. All right, whatever. Let's all calm down now. Let's not say anything we're going to regret. Yeah, enjoy it. Jord, thank you very much. You have my subscription, my friend. Thank you very much, Jord. I am very happy to have it. And on that point, before I leave, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to be notified. If you're following us on Facebook, follow the page, like the video. Oh, there's Guan Yu Zhou. He looks okay. Yeah, he looks good. No visible injuries that we can see. He looks a little shaken, but yeah, he looks good. Ciao, Stephen. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. It was such a fantastic race. Yeah, wow. I'm going to be thinking about that one for a while. Really, really good. Great to see Sainz win. Good to have Hamilton back on the podium as well. And of course, Perez, our dark horse. And before I go, let me do a quick check-in on driver of the day. Driver of the day vote. I'm going to end that poll now. And it should come up in a second. Still waiting for the poll. Where's the poll gone? I've ended the poll, guys. Where's the poll? Sainz has been interviewed as we speak. Come on. Show me the poll. Show me the poll. Okay, look. I won't keep you in suspense, but Hamilton was voted driver of the day with 54% of the vote. Leclerc second with 28%. Latifi was in third with 10% of the vote. And then other was in fourth place with 7% of the vote. Yeah, so Hamilton is the winning Formula driver of the day as voted for by our viewers. I'm not sure who the Formula 1 driver of the day is. I think they'll announce that shortly. It could be Hamilton again. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised at all. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now. ET Ranger says Perez Perez was great. Perez was great. I don't know, did he get the official driver of the day? Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Okay. Yeah, with that, I'm going to go for a lie down. Thanks very much, everybody, and I will see you again soon.